Happy Thursday to you. Welcome to another episode of the John McEntyre Show Live. I'm John McEntyre, and today we have a very good question that came in pertaining to real estate. But before we talk about that, I want to thank everyone for their, your wallet wins, your questions, your comments, all of that good stuff. And I'm really enjoying the wallet wins, especially I'm talking to people like out in public now and everything. If I'm at a coffee shop, one of my favorite coffee shops or somewhere like that, people are approaching me and talking about their wallet wins and things like that, asking questions. That's where I get the questions from. So I want to make sure and stress, uh, ask the questions live. I've told people that I've talked to, you can actually tune in live. While you're live, you can actually ask the question and be on the show. Um, and so that's what I want to do, is to create the interaction so people will um, get to hear questions from other people and their comments and sharing their wallet wins. And we celebrate here as a community of people that are going for financial health, wellness, and wealth, and building wealth. And so that's what I want to make sure and stress, that you send in your questions, your comments, share those wallet wins. Um, and I'm actually lining up guests to where we'll be, live and all of that good stuff on here, and sharing, professional points of view, as I'll be talking to, professionals in all areas of money, and, answering those questions and those concerns that pertain to you and your wallet. All right, so I want to make sure again and stress, if you do have a wallet win, you want to share it with me. Uh, do the hashtag wallet win. So if I see it, I'll see the hashtag. I know that it's a wallet win, and I'll make sure and celebrate that on air with you. If it's a question, uppercase Q, um, or I say capital Q, uppercase. I guess that's from typing, whatever. Um, But I digress. So just send them in. Send in those questions, comment. If you, like I said, if you want to make a comment, share the comment. I'll make sure and interact with you on air here. But with that being said, let's get into today's question. Actually, someone asked me uh, here recently. They asked me if now is a good time to sell my home. And a lot of people, they think that because it's the holidays, people, here, especially here in America, people think of spending time with family. This holiday season is going to be a lot of family and friend visiting. You're going to exchange gifts, one of my favorites, and enjoy delicious food, which is another one of my favorite. And they're both up there. But if I had to choose, I think I would take the food first, then give me the gifts. Uh, but that's what most people are thinking about. Uh, what most people don't think about is, you can actually use the holiday season as a time to sell. Most people don't volunteer to sell their home during this time, and no matter what time of the year it is, there's always people moving. From my years in real estate, uh, some agents, they would sort of taper off business during this time of the year. And it was plenty of times when I was actively selling that it would be Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, sometimes, the day after Christmas, whenever, I'm, writing contracts, and showing property and things like that. I actually had someone, the last 2 weeks of the year, uh, they asked me, they had moved from up north. They were from, it was New York. It was New York. And they said they one of their goals was to buy a home by the end of the year, and they actually wanted to have Christmas in the home, in their new home. And I told them, I said, now, we may not get it happening on Christmas, but you could celebrate the first of the year. You could celebrate New Year's, bringing New Year's in your home if you're serious. And so they showed that they were serious, and we sat down, we mapped out the plan. I told them what they needed to do and what I could have done, and I had all the other professionals, my appraiser. And at that time, we could choose our appraiser. So it was a particular appraiser I had been working with for a long time. We had a very good relationship. Um, the My inspector, he was ready. We had a very good relationship. We sent business to each other and everything. And so I called and told them what was about to happen, and they were like, they were excited to to meet this challenge and to get someone into their new home before the first of the year. We could all celebrate it and everything. And so we made it happen. 2 days, what it was, January 29th. January 29th, we was moving him into his house, his new home, and he was a veteran. And so, and I didn't even get to deal with particular lender that I wanted to deal with, because he since he was from up north, he was banking with a veterans, a veterans, um, what the bank. Oh my goodness, I'll be ashamed of myself. Credit union, Veterans Credit Union. I had a brain freeze there, but that's what he was dealing with, the Veterans Credit Union, and the VA rather. And I told them what they wanted to do, and they were like, we're going to do everything we can to make sure our veteran gets into this new home by the first of the year and have their New Year's party. And so I was invited to the party. We had a very good time. He was very happy, and I share that story to say there's a lot of people out there, they want to move, and some people, they want to move. Some people have to move. You have the people that have to relocate, their jobs, things like that. They get a new job and they have to relocate, or especially with in the elderly community, sometimes they have to move out of their homes and everything like that. And so a lot of people, they want to have it done by the first of the year, and that's what we would do. We were busy. End of the year, it wasn't as busy, but it was busy. And so I wanted to just cover three of the big reasons why now the holiday season is a good time to actually sell your home. I kind of touched on it recently on one of the other shows. I was talking about something else, but it kind of came up, and I just didn't go deep into it. But the main three reasons that the holiday season is a good time to sell. Number one, buyers are just more serious. Uh, this is a busy time of the year. No one has the time to just do anything casual. People are not casual this time of the year. They get very serious. They have a lot to do. And so the ones that are out there looking home, and I'm talking to the home sellers, the buyers that are out there during the holiday season, they are serious. They are extremely serious. And they know that um, there's going to be a limited amount of homes on the market, um, which means like less competition. I'll talk about that. But these people are serious. They're willing to fight holiday traffic. They're willing to fight the tight schedules of everything has to move in a certain order and at the right time to make the purchase happen. And even, for instance, in certain situations, it was icy. Um, Here in the South, we don't get much ice. We don't get much bad weather. But in my years of selling, um, I managed to eke out, I think, maybe two winters, two true winters where it was ice and snow and things like that. Um, these people, they were serious. They were serious. When I did show those, I was living downtown at the time, and the people, they wanted to move downtown, so I wasn't exactly on the road or whatever, driving. We were walking, but we were walking in some snow and some ice, and the people, they were serious, and they made their purchase. So, number one, buyers are serious out there. They mean business. Number two, I mentioned it a little bit earlier. Reason why it's a good time to sell for sellers. There's just less competition. There's not as many homes. There are fewer homes for sale during the holidays, um, which means that there's less competition. There's a greater chance of selling quickly. Like I said, I had a buyer 2 weeks. wrote the contract, said they could close in 2 weeks. Sellers was like, hey, if you can close, if you can buy in 2 weeks, we will be out of here. We will take care of everything. And so people are willing, there's a greater chance of selling the property much quicker. Um, and sometimes you even get multiple orders, offers. Sellers do. If it's a hot property in a nice neighborhood, in the neighborhood, schools, things like that, close proximity to shopping, and all of this good stuff, you're gonna receive multiple offers. I had listings that received multiple offers during that time, when other times of the year it just wouldn't have happened. And that's because some of the sellers would ask, is this a good time to sell? Your particular property will sell quickly, and that's what happened. Um, Waiting to list in January, that's what is called, or January, spring, January, February, March, springtime. That's when most people put their homes on the market. They say after Christmas, I'm going to put my house on the market. And now that's pretty much um, the majority of sellers. That's when they put their house on the market. And so your competition goes up. And so that means, the house may sit longer. Uh, you have to, the house has to be in, well, the house has to be in good condition all the time. But people are you know, they're much more picky during that time of the year, because they know that there's a lot of inventory. And there's a lot of choices out there that they can look at. And so they're going to be, they're going to pick and choose. They're just going to be much more picky. Um, the holiday season, that's perfect economics. Low supply, high demand. You have your house on the market, high demand for a home in the neighborhood, low supply, your chances for selling goes much higher. So that's number two. Number three is the holiday decor. When people are buying during the holiday season, they're picturing, when they're looking at a house, most of the time they're riding through neighborhoods, the houses are decorated. And so that's kind of sometimes there's a section of buyers that, when they buy their home, one of the big images in their mind is Christmas, especially if they have the little ones. They have the little kids, things like that. Oh, they're picturing, just think when Christmas comes, we'll be able to put the tree here. We'll be able to do that. Okay, so if you have your home decorated for Christmas, for example, and they walk in, you basically help build the image. You fulfill the image for them, and they kind of have an idea of where it would work for the Christmas tree, where this would work, where that would work, the outside, what would look good, what they would do differently, and everything. But they have an example, they have something in front of them that they can see. And once someone starts to decorate, stage, they start imagining their furniture in place and all that, they're actually buying the house. So when they see that house lit up, those Christmas lights, and it's beautiful. It's, the curb appeal is like at its peak. uh it's yeah, I've seen it. I've actually had people say, I just can't walk away from this property. It's decorated how I would decorate it, and everything. And we've written those types of contracts where the actual decorations outside of the tree, the actual decorations came with the house. You might not believe it, but it has happened. And it's not just to me. I remember ages, we would sit in the office and talk about those types of things. Um, one agent, she specialized in that high end market, the upper end, million plus. She said, without fail, when people would buy during Christmas, they was like, we want the decorations, we want everything. And so that's what would happen. And so those are the three big reasons why it's good to sell your home this time going into the holiday season. Um, So, if you're looking to sell your home in the near future, I would not wait until the new year. I would start planning and strategizing now so that, you could hit the ground running, um, with this, because if you started now and did what you had to do, take care of staging, decorations, and all of that, then after Thanksgiving, that prime time between Thanksgiving and Christmas, you would be ready. You wouldn't get I tell people, don't expect a lot of traffic, but the traffic that you receive is very serious. So if you only have 3 showings, there's a very high chance that one of those they're going to make a purchase. I rarely see it, especially if it happens, kind of quickly, which all of that happens during that time of the year. You get showings, they're like set up, they happen right out the gate, because the people, like I said, they're serious, and so they come out. And so you may be thinking about doing that if you are thinking of selling and you need someone to help you. You know, contact us here. I have a network of agents. If you're in the Charlotte market, uh, the agents I've been dealing with for 10 plus years, 20, almost 20 years rather. Outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, I have a vast network. I've helped people relocate to California, to Michigan, to New York, to Florida, to Texas, all around the United States, outside of the country, to other parts of the world. My network is vast, and so if you're thinking of making that purchase, or making the purchase, or you're ready to sell, contact us here. And so I gave some good information. If I did, share the channel, subscribe to the channel, like it. If you're on Facebook, like it, share it. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, share it, and send in those questions, those wallet wins, those comments. I will be back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good day.